Thank you for checking out our website. The following are some excerpts from a recent event, part of the Michigan Business Network event series.
I'm just curious on your take in terms of Jack Nicklaus in his prime, maybe Tiger Woods in his prime, maybe some other of those great players that you mentioned. Who would you take? Who's the best one?
Well, I mean, that's a tough one. I mean, you can flip a coin, and depending on what era you went with. I mean, I played with Jack. I was involved with, sitting with him at the Ryder Cup as the captain, and anybody who saw that record that was in recent would have a very difficult time saying that he isn't the best ever. Now, could you go back and say Byron Nelson and some of the things that he did, or, Hogan, those type of guys, could you put them in that mix? You surely could. But from my standpoint, just looking at, sheer numbers and the way he won, the amount of seconds, the opportunities that had, I don't think there's any question in my mind that Jack is the best ever. Now, Tiger, there's certain players that you've played with and that you've watched. I wasn't able to play with Tiger very often. I did follow him a couple times in my work with NBC doing ground stuff. But the way Jack hit the ball and the way he controlled it much better than Tiger. And Jack and Tiger separate themselves in that they're the only two guys that I ever saw that can win with their B games. And that's a big difference between when you talk about a great player and the next guy down. Because if you can go out there and hit it so-so and make the putts they need and win with even sometimes a C game, that's an accomplishment that you can't put you got to factor that in. But when Jack was on, I don't know that anybody, from the standpoint of driving it, irons. Jack was so much better driver of the ball than Tiger. I mean, Tiger was, got out of trouble probably better than Jack because he was in it. But, the couple of the wins that Tiger had at the Firestone, and I was fortunate enough to win there, unbelievable, where he made shots from and up over trees with wedges and 9-irons, and how many people hit it on the other side of the clubhouse at Firestone and make a 4. I mean, you don't do it very often. So making comparisons is nice, it's fun, but as a player, it's really era driven. How does a guy like Justin Rose or any of those guys that never played with Jack, how can they make? They know what Tiger was like. And so I think you can draw those comparisons, but in my mind, there is no comparison when it comes to what Jack accomplished.